In the last episode, I talked about arrays, of which I said arrays, we use them to store multiple data in a single line. They are more like variables. Okay, so now in this episode, I want to talk about something called PHP constants. Okay, when you hear anything like PHP constant, don't get confused between a constant and a variable itself. Okay, constants are variables except the fact that they don't use a dollar sign, and we use the keyword define when you're dealing with the constants. And the other difference is that once we define the constants, they cannot be changed in the future like we do it when we are dealing with variables. If I say name1 is equals to comfort, and then here if I say name2 is equals to John, and then it equals John. But when it comes to constants are not easily changed. So here we go again. Let me create a file. I show you. Okay, so when I'm dealing with constants, you need to use the define keyword. So define. Okay, define. And here on the first place, it goes like this. You give it a name. Okay, so here you give it a name. So here let me say let me say name. Here if I leave out a comma, it means our variable is name, and then here the data should be comfort Chambesh. Okay, so here if you want to echo out the name, I know some people are wondering like we need to do it like this and then we do it like this. No, but as I said earlier on, when you're dealing with constants, there's no need of using the dollar sign. Okay, so here's all you have to do if you want to get the data of name is just to say name, because here we have used name and the value of the name is comfort Chambesh. Okay, so here let me see what we have here. Let me try to refresh. Good. Okay, so here we have comfort Chambesh as the name. Okay, so when it comes to variables, when you're dealing with constants, that's how we do it. Okay, so here let me do it the other way around. If you want to add arrays, okay, so here let me say define here the first name. I'm going to say names, because here I use the name because we were only dealing with a single name, and here comma. Okay, here we go, and here comma. When you're dealing with arrays, just use these. Just use these, even though I don't. Okay, so here just use these. Okay, in order to make our code look neat. Okay, so here when you're dealing with arrays, you need to use these symbols. Down. Here we go, and here you start the array details. Let me get the data from the previous episode. So here I'll copy the names. Here we go, names. Okay, so here if I want to get everything, I need to do print r. As I said, when I'm dealing with arrays, you need to use print r if you want to show them all. So here names, print r names. So here let me refresh my page. Here we are. We have 0 1 2 3 4. We have all of this data shown. Okay, so that's all when it comes to constants. If you want to print out the single value when you're dealing with arrays, so here I'm going to say names. Let me echo index 0, which is comfort. So here we are. Hey, what could I've used the dollar sign. As I said, when I'm dealing with constants, there's no need of adding a dollar sign, just like that. Names. Perfect. Okay, so here that's all when it comes to what's this, when it comes to constants. Okay, the only, as I said, we use constants to store data the same way we do it when we're dealing with variables, and the only difference is the constants, they are global, meaning you can access them everywhere in your code, provided that you have connected that file to the coding area you are using. Okay, that's all for this episode, and in the next episode I want to talk about something called operators. See you people in the next episode. Cheers.